Shalom, shalom. Happy Sabbath day and welcome to part 2 of our study called Disrespectful and Rebellious Children. Let's not waste no time. Let's continue. Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 20. Whoso curses his father or his mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. Now, what does that mean? Okay. Let's go to the time of eternity, the time of the end, when we're going into eternity, and let's see what that means, being put out in obscure darkness. Let's go to Daniel, the book of the prophet Daniel, and let's pick it up in verse number 12, Daniel chapter 12, and let's pick it up in verse number 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time, to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Verse 2. And many of them, many of who? Thy people that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to everlasting contempt. So even when you die, you wake up and go into the eternal time of eternity. Some people will wake up into, some of our people will wake up into everlasting life, and some into everlasting contempt. That's why I say you don't want to be in that state of everlasting contempt. So you need to, really pay attention to that. So listen up. And I'm talking to the wise as well as to the foolish and the rebellious children. Listen up. You will, if you continue in your ways, you will awake in a state of everlasting detest. You will awake in a state of everlasting abhorrence. You will awake in a state of everlasting disgust. You will be disgusted. You will be abhorred. You will be detested. Okay? Detested. You will awake in a state of everlasting disdain. In other words, you will awake in a state of everlasting contempt if you don't stop it with your foolish behavior. And the Most High will put you out, and you will awake and find yourself in a state of obscure darkness. You do not want to be in that state. Okay? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 16. Honor thy father and thy mother, as the Lord thy God has commanded thee, so that thy days may be prolonged, and so that the Most High won't put you, put your lights out, okay? Put you in obscure darkness. So let me read that again. Honor thy father and thy mother, as the Lord thy God has commanded thee, so that thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. See that. You hear that. You understand what that means, okay? Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, and let's pick it up in verse 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head, that is to say, the gray-head old man or elderly person. So the Most High God saying you have to respect your parents and the elderly or the older person, like your grandparents and, your elders. You have to honor your elders, respect your elders. He said, rise up before the hoary head, almost as you would if you was in the courtroom and the judge walked in. Everybody got to stand up. He's saying this is the way you do the same to the elderly, the old person. Rise up when they walk in or they come in. Okay, let's read that again. Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 32. This is the Most High's ways. You need to learn this. You need to understand this, because it will not only help you in this time, in this life, but it will help you in the life to come, even in eternity. Okay? Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head. Okay? And honor the face of the old man, and fear thy God. When you do that, you're showing your fear, your respect, your honor for the Most High when you do that. I am the Lord. That's what the Most High God is saying. When you do that, you are actually fearing Him, because you listen to what His words say and you are honoring His word and doing what He tells you to do. So He's saying, read that once again, Leviticus 19 and 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head. That is to say, the gray head, the gray-haired man, and honor the face of the old man, and fear thy God. I am the Lord. Okay? From there, let's go to Exodus 20 in verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Honor your father and your mother. Okay? What does that mean? It means to hold them in high regard. It means to esteem them. It means to admire them. It means to reverence them. It means to think highly of them. It means to have a high opinion of them. It means to hold them in high regard, hold them in high esteem. Think of your parents in a good way, appreciate them, cherish them. That's what that means. Value them, treasure them, applaud them, highly respect them. That's what the Most High is saying. That is what the Most High is saying when He say that. Okay? When He said, honor your mother and your father. That's what He meant when He said that. Honor thy father and thy mother. Show them great respect. Okay? You do that, you can pretty much look forward to great rewards, because not because I'm saying it, because that's what the Most High God's words declares. Okay, let's go to Proverbs chapter 22. Train up a child in the way that he should go. Let me read that again. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That's why I'm telling you this now. Even as you are a young child listening to this, I'm telling you this so that you can know the way to go. so that you won't depart from it, okay? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son. Okay? But he that loveth him chasteneth him. So you show your love for your children when you chasten them. And there's many ways of chastening them. It's not just always with a belt or anything like that. But it's, it's many ways of doing it, but don't hold back. You must do it. Because you show your love for your children when you chasten them, which is to say you correct them. I didn't say abuse them. I said correct them. Okay? You show your love for them when you correct them. You're helping them to get on the right track. Okay? Proverbs chapter 23. And let's pick it up in verse 22. Hearken unto thy father that begat thee, and despise not thy mother when she is old. Hearken, it means to do what? To listen and obey. So listen and obey your father, and despise not your mother. She has your best interest in mind. And she also has a lot of experience, just like the father. And she also have knowledge. And she can tell you things that will help you. And cause you to avoid many mistakes and things like that. Okay? So listen to your mother and your father. Okay? Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 23. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. That's what you should be looking to purchase, okay? That is what you need to make sure that you acquire. Wisdom, understanding, and instruction. Even if you don't get anything else, make sure you get those things, okay? Purchase them, buy them, get them how you're going to get them, okay? Verse 24, Proverbs 23 and verse 24. The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he that begetteth a wise child shall have joy of him. Verse 25. Thy father and thy mother shall be glad, and she that bare thee shall rejoice. When you got a child, a wise child, the father and the mother are going to be very joyful and happy and glad, okay? Verse 26, Proverbs 23 and verse 26. My son, give me thine heart. Give me your mind. So I'm going to tell you some things that's going to help you. Let thine eyes observe my ways. I'll show you. Okay? So that you learn the right way to go. And not the wrong way, but the right way to go. Okay? Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You are a fool if you despise wisdom and instruction. Fools won't acquire wisdom. Fools won't acquire instruction or listen to instruction because they despise wisdom and instruction and they have no fear of the Most High God. That is why they are called a fool. That's why a fool is called a fool, because they have no fear of the Most High God. A foolish child also will allow themselves to be enticed by following sinners or by following after other fools, or by following after other foolish people. Okay? Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Verse 9. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. They will be with you and help you and guide you and cause you to remember those things that they told you, okay? That you won't go in the wrong way. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Even if those sinners are friends, don't listen to them. Don't follow, not even your friends if they're going in the wrong way. Or if you see in a video on social media or something, don't follow in that way if it's going to lead you in the wrong way. Or even family members who may be closer to your age and things like that. If they're going in the wrong way, don't follow them. Don't let them entice you. Okay? Don't let them entice you to do what you know is to be wrong, okay? You know what is wrong and what is right and wrong if you listen to your parents. So don't let these ones entice you to go in a way that you know is wrong. Especially if you've been looking in the word of the Most High, okay, and His laws and things like that. Okay, don't have them speaking to you and having you talking like them to your parents in the wrong way. Okay, consent thou not unto them. Don't follow them. Follow the commandments of the Most High. Okay, follow the commandments of the Most High God to the best of your ability, and pray to the Most High God to help you in this area of your life, that you can continue to keep His commandments, that you can continue to learn His commandments and things like that, so that you're not destroyed. Okay, but don't follow no foolish people trying to lead you the wrong way, trying to lead you to say the wrong things to your parents and to your elders and things like that. You know, don't follow them. Let's go to Psalms chapter 119 and let's pick it up in verse number 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? That is to say, how can a young man keep his way clean or pure? This is how he do it: by taking heed thereto according to thy word. According to the word of the Most High is how a young man can clean his way. If he take heed means to listen and obey the word of the Most High. That is how you keep your way clean, okay? By listening to and obeying what the word of the Most High God commands him to do, okay? What is those things? Honor thy father and thy mother. Respect your elders. Respect other people. Because that's when you really sin, when you hurt somebody else. Take from somebody else. Do something to somebody else. But if you listening to and obeying to God's word, you're not going to do that to other people. You're not going to look at another man's wife. You're not going to look at somebody else's property and taking their things. You're going to focus on your own stuff. You're going to honor your mother and your father. You're going to honor the Sabbath days and the things that God tells you to do, that you're able to do, that's in your power to do. You're going to honor those things. That's how you're going to keep your way pure and clean. Okay? Let's go to Psalms chapter 19 and let's pick it up in verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. So if you are simple, which is to say you are stupid and you've been foolish, if you start to obey the Most High God's commandments and you are converted to come back to His laws and things, and you turn from your ridiculously dumb, stupid, foolish ways, your wicked ways, and stop your foolish behavior, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Start to fear the Most High. You're going to start acquiring knowledge and wisdom, and you're no longer going to be a fool, but you're going to be a wise son and daughter. Okay? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, which is to say the beginning of wisdom. And then you can be made wise. You see that? Let's get that once again. Psalms 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. It's perfect in converting you. This is how you get converted. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. If you've been simple, you're going to be wise when you heed the commandments of the Most High and are converted back to Him. Psalms 19 and 8. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoice in the heart. That is to say, the mind. You're going to be full of joy in your mind when you are obeying His statutes. The commandments of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. So the Most High God's word can open and will open your eyes so that you can see that you have been, how you have been going in the wrong direction. And the Most High God's word will correct you and will correct that within you so that you can go in the right direction. But you must listen and obey His word. Okay? Not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct you. He will direct your paths. Okay? Psalms 19 and 9. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. Verse 10. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. This is what you need to acquire. This is what you need to go out of your way to purchase and to get by all means necessary. You need this, okay? This is very important. Psalms 19 and verse 11. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. So if you do these things, you can expect from the Most High great rewards, because He's promising it. He's saying it right here in His word. Verse 12, Psalms 19 and verse 12. Who can understand His errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Verse 13. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Okay? Presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. So what are presumptuous sins? Presumptuous means doing something that is inappropriate, meaning you have gone way overboard. And you have gone way overboard with your behavior, meaning you have completely exceeded the limits of that is wrong. You have overstepped your bounds. You are out of order, or you have been out of order, okay? So that's what presumptuous sins, and that's what this prayer is about, keeping you from doing that, okay? Psalms 19 and verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord Most High, my strength and my redeemer. So this is one of my prayers every day, so that I, even as an adult, Don't overstep my bounds. And us being adults, in the eyes of the Most High, we ain't nothing but children. Okay? So we need to honor our mother and our father and do what the Most High God commands us to do. Okay? Even as adults. Because we ain't nothing but children too. And he can take us out if as you could be 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever. If you treat your parents the same wicked way that we're saying about these younger people, then those things apply to you too as well. And the Most High will take your old behind out. 70-year-old children get taken out as well. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 16. Honor thy father and thy mother, as the Lord thy God has commanded thee, that thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee. Who can hear that? Deuteronomy chapter 27 and verse 16. Cursed be he that setteth light by his father or his mother. And all the people shall say amen. So what does set light by his father or his mother means? Okay? To set light by your father or your mother is to make light of what they say. Okay? It's not taking anything that they say serious. You know, taking them as a joke. That's setting light by your father or your mother. And the Most High said when you do that, you are cursed by that. You are cursed. Okay? Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 11. There is a generation that curses their father and do not bless their mother. Verse 12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. So you making your own self blessed, saying that you're blessed, but really you still sitting in your filthiness. Let's go to verse 13. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 13. There is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up with pride. Right? The eye, let's skip down to verse 17. The eye that mocketh his father. Look at that. Laughing at your own father. The eye that mocketh at his father and despises to obey his mother. The ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagle shall eat it. If you are disrespectful to your elders and to your parents, you are playing a dangerous game with your life. Okay? You are living very dangerously. And I'm speaking to the young people right now. Okay? You are living very dangerously. Let's go to, I just want to document that to you. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 2. Document that for you. 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 23. And this is talking about Elisha. Okay. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up, by the way, there came forth little children. What came forth? Little children. Who came forth? Little children out of the city and mocked him. So they weren't respecting their elders, right? They weren't respecting their elder. So the little children came out of the city and mocked him. So what did he do? And he said unto him, Go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head. This is what the little children were saying. to Elisha. Elisha, right? And let's see what he said. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them. He did what? He cursed them. He did what? He cursed them. So you don't want one of your elders to curse you in your behavior that you're doing. Okay? He cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tare 42 children of them. So 42 of those children, 2 bears came out of the woods and tore them up. Okay, well, it says tear them. But my question is, what does it mean when it says that those 2 bears tear them? Because I said tear them up, but let's make sure that's what that means. It says tear them, okay? So here's a question. Did the 2 bears counsel them? Did the 2 bears say that they are just, young people and they don't know what they're doing? Did the 2 bears say they need their rite of passage? Leave them alone. They need their rite of passage. Let them do what they got to do. No. 2 bears didn't say that. It says those 2 bears tore 42 of them. It tore them up. 42. It says those 2 bears tore up 42 disrespectful and rebellious children. So let's look at the definition for tear. Okay? Tear definition is baka, okay? A primitive root to cleave, generally to rend. To rend is to tear something, right? Break, rip, or open. Make a breach, break forth into, out. Break forth into or break forth out in pieces. So it tore them, ripped them, opened them, all that in pieces. Through. So tore them through, tore them up. Just like I said, be ready to burst, cleave asunder, cut out, divide, hatch, rend asunder. Rend asunder, rip them up, rip up, tear, win. So if 2 bears tear you up, tear you in pieces, you are going to be dead. Okay? So if you are disrespectful to your elders, or you are disrespectful to your parents or your grandparents, or those, anybody like that, you are rebellious, and you are a transgressor of the Most High God's commandments, because you are, if you are disrespectful to the Most High, to your parents, you are a transgressor of the Most High God's commandments. You are playing a very dangerous game with your life, not only in this life that you live now, but for the life to come. Okay? Young people, listen to me. Because the Most High, our God, is not playing with you. He will kill you. You seeing this for your own self. You see it. That he will destroy you. That's how he deal with it. He don't give you medicine and stuff like that. He will destroy your behind. You keep it up and he will destroy you. Psalms chapter 68 and verse 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God the Lord belongeth the issues from death. Do you hear that? Let me explain a little bit of that for you. The death of someone is the Most High God's business. He knows why he needed to kill certain people. Okay? That's how come sometimes people get shot by the police and everybody is marching and all that. And that young person was probably disrespectful to their parents and all kinds of stuff. Everybody is a saint and an angel when you at their funeral. Oh, they were just a perfect little person. But you don't know what kind of person they really were. Okay? But the Most High God knows. That's why he took your behind out. Okay? The death of someone is the Most High's business. He knows why he needed to take somebody but out. He know why he had to kill you. Okay? He know why he had to kill certain people. It is his business. That's why when I pray for somebody in the hospital or something like that, I just say, Father, let your will be done. Okay? Because I don't want to pray against what the Most High God knows what need to be done. Okay? It is his business it is the Most High God's business. So unto the Most High belong the issues of death. Okay? It's his business. Psalm 68 and verse 21. But God shall wound the head of his enemies, and the hairy scalp of such as one as goeth on still in his trespasses. I assure you, you do not want to be the enemy of the Most High God of Israel. However, if you are going to still continue in your trespassing, then you are the enemy of the Most High God. If you continue in your trespassing, which being disrespectful to your parents is trespassing the commandments of the Most High, just in case you didn't know that, then the Most High is going to deal with you as his enemy. He has something for you. You just keep going in that way and you will see. Psalms 68 and verse 21. But God shall wound the head of his enemies. The Most High shall wound the head of his enemies, and the hairy scalp of such as one as goeth on still in his trespasses. A wound to the head is a deadly wound, usually. It's usually a deadly wound. And if you ain't dead, then you might as well be dead, because you can be in a wheelchair or crippled forever. Okay? Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he has torn. Who has torn? He has torn. Who has torn? He has torn. So it wasn't those two bears. It's the Most High who tore your behind up. And he will heal us. He has smitten and he will bind us up. It's the Most High God who do all the killing and the destroying in the hospital or wherever you die at. Everywhere somebody died, every single place where somebody died, it's the Most High God who killed them. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Let me get a sip of water and read that again. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord has not done it? The Most High do or causes all the evil in every city on this planet. Yes, The Lord has done it. The Most High has done it. He said, I, the Lord, do all these things. So don't give his credit that belonged to him to anybody else. Not to no devil, not to Satan, not to Jesus, not to Lucifer. Jesus, aka Lucifer. But all the credit belonged to the Most High. Not to no evil spirits and all that. The spirits are subject to the Most High. So if it get on you, it's the Most High God sent it on you. Okay? Deuteronomy 32 and verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill. Who killed? I kill. Who kills? I kill. This is the Most High God saying this. He told Moses to say this to us. I kill. He doing all the killing. And I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Nobody can save you out of the hand of the Most High. You got to be a fool to continue to disrespect your parents or your elders or go against the Most High God's commandments and think that you're going to be okay. He said, I'm going to kill you. We're almost done here, but we're going to get the Most High God's judgment on the rebellious son, and then we'll close out from there, okay? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them. Verse 19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders, unto who? The elders of the city, and unto the gate of the plate of his place. Verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn, meaning he won't change, stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton, eating up all the food and everything, and a drunkard. Okay? Verse 21, and this will conclude our study. And I just want to thank every one of you who have studied this with me, and I thank you for sharing this information, and and I thank the Most High for this being a blessing to you, if it is a blessing to you, okay, and if it has helped you. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 21. And all the men of his city shall stone him. They should do what? Stone him. They should do what? Stone him with stones, that he die. This is what the Most High God is saying. So shalt thou put away evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear, so that they won't go in that way. Okay? And with that, I'm going to say, until our next study, shalom.